With us today, we got Joe, Trigger Joe Britson.
All right, let's go.
To try to get a matchup with Ngannou. Goes the win. Francis Ngannou.
Well, this is just a fist. When I start throwing it around, I can leave one hell of a mess. Let's dance.
Multiple occasions. Wow. It looks like they're going to swing to the very end.
And he wasn't kidding.
Wow.
It's very rare.
What a finish.
Another one.
It really poses the question, what do you want to do? Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out?
Oh, my God.
My God.
Trying to take care of business, trying to get to goal. It's a knockout. Oh, my It's a knockout.
And it's closing in, trying to finish it, and it's over!
Because I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to whop you on that side of your face. There's not a goddamn thing you can do about it.
Clock is brought to you by Modelo.
I killed it!
And we have a new nickname. Okay, we have William Send It 7 Pearson. All right, other than that, we used to call him Willie Pete. We used to call him the Mad Russian.
For his opponent to be quicker on the canvas.
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby!
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough. Bitch.
Wow. How good is this?
Finish him!
Another one.
Everybody gets triggered. It's just if you become a pansy. That's in the book of Earl.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
You called down the thunder, well now you got it.
Gotta be very careful. What's up, sports fans? Are you looking for a job? Do you want to change in careers? Do you want to own your own business? I got the answer for you. This show is brought to you by FleetTex. FleetTex is partnering with veterans with mechanical or electronic experience. FleetTex specializes in on-site deployment of GPS tracking equipment and cameras for fleet vehicles across our nation. Check out what they do at www.fleettex.com. Apply today. Currently targeting veterans living in Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. Local work and travel opportunities may be available in other areas. FleetTex proudly supports our military, its service members, our veterans, and their families. Enjoy the show.
This is the Veteran Trash Talk Sports Betting Show with your hosts, Trigger Joe, Send It 7 Pearson, and the Big Earl. UFC, NFL, if it's on, we're betting on it.
What's up, Trash Talkers? What's going on, Gruntworks Nation, and anybody watching in the other world that Dave Trent currently living in? Don't know what that is, but it is UFC 280, and it's the crazy NFL season that nobody knows how to predict, but we're getting there. We are getting there. My lock of the week of the century did hit by 1 point last week. So, but that's all you need is 1 point. Thank you for going for 2, Cincinnati. But anyways, we got a very special guest host today, Justin Lacey. All right, Justin Lacey is a friend of mine who doesn't know how to bet when we tell him how to bet. So we have brought him on to guide him through the course. And as you can see behind us, we are well prepared for the show. This guy has a bourbon collection that is pretty impressive. Other than that, we got the champ, Bill Send It 7 Pearson, and then Joe, Triggered Joe. All right.
See that smile? That's that trigger smile.
That's that trigger smile right there.
That's that motherfucker.
He hates when we call him the champ because Joe has been holding Bill's pocket for almost 2 years now.
No one ever said I had to like it.
I finally got the monkey off my back today in golf when I, finally dusted him off of me, and now I hold the belt. And then I held the belt.
Do you though?
No, I hold the belt on you in cornhole.
Were you able to actually golf the 16th hole?
I did. I actually was able to play the entire round.
There it is.
Yeah. It was awful. It was awful.
That is true. I will admit, although I made Nick to bend the knee in golf, he fucking decimated me in cornhole out of his house.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I will bow to that one.
We are just waiting for Joe to find his avenue of where he can maybe get a belt of his own. But
I'm sorry, guys. I'll start going 6 for 6 instead of 5 for 6.
Yeah.
Please accept my humble apologies. I've been.
All right, but anyways, hey, big shout out to our sponsor, Fleet Tex. They are our sponsor still, and hopefully Ryan can work things out and we can keep this partnership going. But if you need a job, all right, Fleet Tex wants to hire veterans. So go to Fleet, FLEET-TECHS.com, and then look for your local areas, see if there's any opportunities for you. He literally just wants to hire veterans. And we now have to put a disclaimer out that if you get hired by Ryan, and Fleet Tex, act like a veteran, okay? Right? Not the triggered pansy, all right? Don't be the triggered pansy. Act like a veteran and make it happen and do good work. Other than that, this is an exciting show. And, of course, we got 10th Mountain Bourbon. I mixed it today. And then Ryan, also, it's weird that both of our sponsors into Ryan. So Ryan from 10th Mountain is a great person and does helps out a lot of people, helps out a lot of organizations, always donates his time and his bourbon, most importantly. So he's a real good person. And check out 10th Mountain Whiskey. All right, go to 10th Mountain Whiskey and put in the code VTT, get yourself a discount. Time to break it down. Yeah, UFC 280. And now, again, don't listen to me on the fight picks. I'm the clown picker. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, listen to Joe, listen to Bill. They will make you money. And another disclaimer, if you don't have money, don't gamble. All right. If you have money, throw a little bit out there. No, have some fun. All right. Put some skin in the game, as they call it. And then listen to how we bet. All right. Don't put all your money on the parlay. Parlays usually lose by one judge's decision, by one freak knockout, something. All right. But listen to the locks. I put $25 on every one of their locks. Every time. All right. Sometimes it only pays out $6. Right. But that's $6 that you make. And then you bet a $20 parlay. Now you're only down 14 when that parlay loses. So just think about that when you bet. I know it looks cool. It looks sweet when you get all that stuff. Joe, pay attention. Don't put in NC State. All right. -3. All right. In this parlay.
I got FIU plus 29 hot going right now as we speak.
Nobody watches FIU, Joe. You don't have the inside track on them. Okay. But so all right, let's get down to it.
I saw the coach behind it was an HBO segment. Give me the inside track.
And I'm betting on everything on there. I sold the car. All right, let's start out with we got a women's flyweight, right? Flyweight fight with Caitlin Chookagian. Chookagian?
Yeah.
Nope. All right, 18-4 versus Manon Furio. 9-1.
Firo.
All right. Firo. Shit.
Like Piro, our mortar.
No Piro.
Like Piro.
So you can't see it, but I got this name tattooed on my arm named Caitlin. All right. So Caitlin it's going to be weird because I know these are small women. All right, so they're 125 pounds. Right, they're gonna. Is that Tamara? Tell her to say hi. Tamara, come say hi.
Joe and Nick say hi. They say come say hi.
Because we know who's actually picking the fights. We actually know who's picking the fights back there. So Bill's just a pawn. All right, he's a face.
I am just a pawn in this world.
For Tamara's picks. But no, so this fight's gonna be boring. All right, it's gonna be boring. All right, nobody's gonna be paying attention, including the ref. All right, but then Caitlin's gonna take advantage of that. We're gonna have the first ever hair pull neck strike. All right, second round knockout. Ref's gonna turn around WF style and not realize why the other person is like that. So let's start with the champ. All right, do you see Caitlin winning by a hair pull neck strike?
No. I have Manafero on this one. Listen, this is going to be a boring fight. Only because here's why. Chukagian, the fights she wins is because she's tall and lanky, and she keeps people at bay and makes this loud ass obnoxious noise every time she throws a strike. And she fights boring ass fights. Yeah. Her most exciting fight is when Valentina put her in a crucifix and caved in her forehead. But
that's her?
Yeah. Well, she's one of the two that have been caught in that. Manafero is a striker. She's actually slept, I think, two of her female fighters in a pro fight. But she's also tall and lanky. So I think this one's going to be two tall and lanky girls jabbing the shit out of each other and trying to keep each other at bay. And it's going to be a long 3-fight boring decision, which is, I don't think it deserves to be in the main card. I would have put Bilal Muhammad and Brady on the main fight for this one and not these two.
Absolutely.
But it is what it is. If you're fighting money line, take Manafero. I think the safe bet if you're going for a parlay is to take the over on this one. I think for sure this is going to a decision. Manafero might do something crazy and hit her with a kick to the head or something. I don't see it happening because Chukagian's really good at keeping her distance with the jab and straight kicks. It's going to be boring as shit. This is one of those fights where, well, it's going to be early for us, so don't start the grill. But if you want to start day drinking early, this is the fight to start it on. This is the one. This one's going to be boring as shit. Manafero money line, but if you want to go for a long parlay and be relatively safer, I think taking the over on this one is the way to go.
Very nice, very nice. Yep. Trigger Joe, what say you?
Yeah, no, I'm with him. To be honest with you, when they weighed off or when they weighed in, Caitlin weighed in 2 pounds heavy.
Yeah.
And she actually you could tell that Manafero was used to being the bigger female. She's 5'7". And I don't think she liked that weigh in and the stare down. And I think there's gonna be a little more respect here. I still say she wins. But Caitlin Chukagian, after losing body shot to Jessica Andrade, which cost us a point in the rivalry, Nick. I lost on that fight.
Yeah.
She's won 4 fights in a row, which means she can take it. It doesn't mean she's going to beat Manafero because I don't believe she's going to. I think Manafero is the next real challenger for the belt in that class, and that Caitlin Chukagian is more of a real high class gate holder.
Yeah.
So
and
I think
her last win was a split too. So
yeah, yep, absolutely. And I think Manafero's got 4 fights in the UFC. She's got 2 knockouts in the UFC. So forget about the lower class promotion knockouts. She's got 4 fights in the UFC and 2 knockouts. A 50% knockout rate for a 125-pound female is pretty intense. So I think she's too much for Caitlin Chukagian and wins every single round, but respects Chukagian's size and distance and the fact that she can steal points with her length and doesn't get the finish. So I think Manafero wins unanimous decision.
So if I'm hearing right, you both are saying nobody should listen to Nick.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Nick said no one should listen.
Perfect. Absolutely. Remember, we have this rivalry that is obviously on my favor now because I'm the champ. I hold the belt, but it is what it is. But do you watch any UFC?
I do.
All right, so do you have an opinion on this one?
No. Zero opinion on this fight. I've never heard of either of them.
I say go with whatever Nick didn't say.
Correct. We warned people about that.
He said Caitlin, and Nick and I both said Manon Farrell. So Justin's catching up.
Yeah, he's catching up. So
Hold on, let me make the
but
bet.
again, when the clown picks hit, you make a lot of money. I'm just saying. All right. Let's go to the lightweight fight. It's the next one. All right, and you got Dariush, all right, at 21-4-1 versus Garmat at 21-1. Now, I'm looking. There's a lot of stuff on this fight that people are asking me about. A lot of people who watch our show are saying, "Who's going to win that? What are the guys saying?" I'm like, "Watch the freaking show." Right. So, but one of the guys couldn't watch the show. But this one seems to be on a lot of people's minds. I'm going to go with Garmat, okay, by kidney strike, causing Dari to douche. All right. And then this is going to be a first round kidney strike. All right, Joe, what say you? Can a guy douche? I don't know.
I guess we'll find out. Mateus Gamrot, he looked great in his first few UFC fights, and they put him up against Roman Sarukian. And Bill and I both picked Sarukian, and I still don't think it was a bad pick because of Sarukian's wrestling and because of Gamrot's strength in wrestling. And we, just thought that, okay, it's strength against strength, and Sarukian's a better wrestler. Well, Gamrot just outpaced him, and he fought the better fight, and he was not supposed to win that fight. Dariush is taking too much time off, and I'm not betting against this guy again until he loses, especially with the way he looked against Sarukian. So I got Mateus Gamrot winning this fight, and I think he wins it by getting 2 or 3 takedowns around and just outpacing Dariush. And otherwise, most guys under the caliber of a guy like Beneil Dariush are getting finished. But I think Gamrot fights a very smart fight, takes him down at will, and the pace is too much for a guy like Dariush who's been off for too long. So I got Gamrot by a unanimous decision and possibly by finish.
Very nice. All right, the champ. What say you?
I don't know. Listen, would I put a point on this? Hell no. I'm leaning towards Dariush and to make him my DraftKings sleeper. And all of Joe's points are right. Like I'm not gonna argue this. It's rare that Joe and I straight up disagree. All of Joe's points are absolutely valid and are great points. I'm leaning on Dariush just based on gut. I'm just leaning on Dariush based on gut. These guys have both fought top tier guys. They've both finished top tier guys, or I think mid to top tier guys, I should say. I think Gamrot's last fight was June. I think it was of this year. Dariush hasn't fought since last year. He took Tony Ferguson to a decision. Granted, Ferguson is not the same guy, and we all know that. Before that, it was a split decision at Farah, then spinning back fist on Scott Holtzman, and then Jakar Close. He finished in the second round.
On wobbly legs.
Yeah, I'm uneasy on this fight. I'm gonna go with Dariush with the decision. Am I touching it in a parlay? I'm gonna give you my parlays later. I'm actually not touching this in most of my parlays, because this fight really could go either way. Dariush is gonna be one of my DraftKings sleeper. We'll talk about it later. Joe and I have the same DraftKings sleeper on another one, but in my 9-fight parlay, I'm gonna give you later, I got Dariush to try to win us some serious money. So I'm going to go with Dariush by decision. Final answer.
Ooh, it could be a point there, but ooh. You know what? I'm
Screw it.
marking it.
Send it.
I'm marking
Send
it.
it
It's
seven.
a point. It's
Send
a
it
point.
for a point.
Send it 7. It's a point. What are you up by 3s again, or did it get down to 2?
I don't
forget.
know. Fucking
It's
send
something.
it. Clear hot.
Let's just say it's 2 for the sake of the 11 Browns. But all right.
We were definitely not putting 2 points on it.
I think you're up by 2. Not quite sure. But all right.
Oh, here we go. This is the best one. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Bantamweight, and we got Jan at 16-3 versus O'Malley at 15-1. Now, O'Malley's a crazy looking dude. The big Earl is going to say O'Malley wins this by double palm strike to the eardrums. All right, that's how it's going down. All right, probably in the second. Look for it in the second round. All right, the champ. Let's see.
Here's the thing with this one. I was a big fan of O'Malley for a long time, but then O'Malley started believing his own fucking hype, and his head grew bigger than I think it should be. I think he's starting to believe his own bullshit, and I think Yoder Jan is coming to hurt somebody to prove a point. I feel Jan probably won that last fight with Aljamain Sterling. To be honest with you, I thought Sterling fought a really boring ass shit fight. However, I think Jan is coming to take O'Malley's fucking head off. O'Malley is the top. What's he got, Joe? Like a 5-inch reach advantage on Jan.
Yep.
I think
exactly
Jan
5.
I think Jan is the better fighter. I think Jan is the better striker. I think I'm actually, Joe is probably going to say the same thing. Joe, sorry for stealing some of your thunder. I think O'Malley probably outpoints Yoder Jan in the first round. But I think Jan is going to come out and try to take off O'Malley's head in the second round, and is probably going to do it. I think Jan has a giant chip on his shoulder because of Aljamain Sterling. That first fight was bullshit. Second fight, you can argue Aljamain won it. You can argue Jan won it. First fight was Aljamain Sterling's Oscar-winning performance on that illegal knee. So Jan is coming to hurt a motherfucker, and O'Malley's that victim. I got Yoder Jan second round TKO. I think he's coming to hurt O'Malley. I think he's going to do it. I think O'Malley is almost fallen into. You see a lot of fighters of boxing do this. O'Malley started to believe his own hype, and it's going to cause his downfall. And I think this fight is going to be that downfall. Yoder Jan money line. If you want to get ballsy, I'm saying Yoder Jan late second round TKO.
Yeah.
All right, so we got somebody in the chat thread saying, got Oscar saying, Peter Yan is not afraid to close the distance. Cheeto Bear showed what happens when O'Malley faces a fighter who's not afraid to close the distance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does that make any sense?
I like him.
All right,
it.
Oscar, you are on point, brother.
Yeah.
You are on point on the chat thread. Okay, Joe, what say
Okay,
you?
so here's the thing. Everybody that wants Sean O'Malley to win, hey, I'm right there with you. I love the kid. You know, he's one of these guys. He joins up with these guys that go to barbers and say, hey, will you give me a haircut? And I want this one piece of haircut. And they tip him $1,000. Sean O'Malley rode along and funded those guys one day just for no reason, because he liked their videos. Okay. I love Sean O'Malley. But in the words of Joe Rogan, when he talked to Brendan Schaub, you've already got one foot out the door. Okay, Sean O'Malley makes more money podcasting than he does fighting.
Yeah.
Peter Yan wakes up in Siberia in minus 20 degrees and runs 20 miles before he can eat a fucking horse steak and 9 eggs. He hates Aljamain Sterling. He hates his guts. He doesn't believe he should be the champion. Peter Yan feels like I'm not a man until I take that belt back. Sean O'Malley is okay with losing this fight. Peter Yan would rather die than lose. That's why I think Yan gets outpointed in the second. Hey, here's a quick stat. The last time Sean O'Malley fought somebody that everyone talked about the distance, his name was Chris Matino. He lasted all the way until the third round and took 177 head strikes from Sean O'Malley. Guess what? He was 5'7", same height as Peter Yan. He took 177 head strikes from Sean O'Malley and never left his feet. You're not getting that many off on Peter Yan before he closes the distance. And I love Sean O'Malley, but I believe Peter Yan puts him up against the fence, puts him on Queer Street with the right hook, and O'Malley starts to look like one of my favorite boxers of all time, Tommy Hearns. Too long, too lean, and starts doing the chicken dance and gets knocked out viciously. And that's how I see it going down. I see Peter Yan coming out in the second round after losing the first and destroying him.
Very nice.
Love Sean O'Malley. I hope I'm wrong on this one. I really do. But I'm locking this one in. I believe Peter Yan's coming out for destruction, and he's going to get what he wants.
That's great. So this looks like an awesome fight that we should be tuning in for.
Yeah. There's gonna be blood in this one.
Nice. All right. Well, let's go to the co-main event, and you got a bantamweight fight, which is Sterling, who beat Yan on the fake knee to the head when he was down, something like that at 20.
Yeah, but he came back and won the split decision.
Yeah,
I mean, the second fight was very, very even if Bill says he lost. I think he proved himself to be a level competitor as Yan.
Yes, I'll give you that. Yes.
All right, so then you're going against Dillashaw at 18-4, whose first name happens to be TJ. And here's a little known fact that the Big Earl, when I was doing my research on these fights, right, is that nobody named TJ has ever won a fight. All right, like nobody named TJ can fight. Like, any of you know a TJ that can fight? Like, I don't. Right, so obviously, I got to go with Sterling. All right, with the first, I'm going to go by decision because nobody named TJ can fight. All right, Joe, what say you?
Yeah,
see, he's gonna agree with me.
I actually got a little bit worried about the hype, because I picked against Dillashaw when he went in there with Sandhagen, and
he fucking lost that goddamn fight.
I still to this day say that. What's that now?
He lost that fucking fight.
Who did?
Sandhagen teed his ass up.
Yeah, no,
that's another case where that stupid
when I met Sandhagen
asshole
in Vegas,
UFC
I was
judge,
like, dude,
I will not say his name. Fuck this again.
You can say it.
Saul D'Amato.
That guy. Yeah. When I saw Sandhagen in Vegas, I said, "Hey, your face looks just like it did after you fought TJ Dillashaw." And he looked at me, he laughed, he goes, "I know, right? What the fuck's up with these judges?" And that's all he said.
Fucking Saul D'Amato.
Oh my God. I don't like either one of them. I'm not an Aljo fan, even though he came back and beat Peter, and he definitely was at least dead even in that fight. I mean, be honest, Bill, the first fight you thought he was nowhere near Peter Yan's level. And he got lucky.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of his, but in the second fight, I was like, holy shit, I was surprised. I had Yan in the second fight all day. But the fact of the matter is, this is TJ Dillashaw meeting his former self, 3 inches taller, a few inches longer, and 7 years ago in the octagon. It's two guys that are going to wrestle. And Dillashaw, I actually got to give a shout out to the MMA guru if he is ever watching us. I stole this fun fact from him. Every time Dillashaw low kicks, body kicks, or head kicks, he completes the act and spins around. That loses fights. Bill, you know it, and I know it. It lost Corey Sandhagen the fight against Dillashaw. And if he does that where he spins around against Aljo Sterling, he's going to get worn like a backpack and tapped out. He's got no ligaments left in his knees. He's 37 years old. And he throws one of those kicks and spins around. Aljo's going to jump on his back. He's not going to be able to hold him. They're going to the ground. And I got Aljamain Sterling winning by second round, rear naked choke.
All right. Joe, I was gonna text you, but I love the passion. I love it. I'm harnessing it. I'm gonna bet on it. But look at the camera, not at yourself, okay? Because I know you're so passionate right now that you want to watch yourself and how passionate you are. But all I always see on the camera is you looking at the camera. Like,
You never support me.
I never had to tell you this before.
He's just
usually
looking
have-
at my sexy ass.
Yeah, you usually have sunglasses on. So we can't tell where you're looking. But what say you?
I'm
There you go.
not sure. I'm not sure about the round, but I do agree with Joe. Here's the thing: Dillashaw lost that fight against Sanhagen. Sal D'Amato came through again and fucked us all again. TJ Dillashaw's face looked like he fought a meat grinder with his cheek and nose. I don't know what the refs were looking at, or the judges were looking at on that one. And I'll agree. I hate Aljamain Sterling. I think that first loss, or that first win against Yoder Jan, was bullshit and was just an Academy Award winning performance. He did prove himself a little bit more with that second fight, Yoder Jan. I will give you that. And I will never take away Sterling's stellar ground game. He's an elite level grappler, and Joe hit the nose right on the head, hit the nail right on the head. It's shut up, Nick. Hit the nail on the head. I already know where you're going.
On the head. It still works, because if I hit the nose, it's on his head.
You hit it right on the nose.
It is on my head. So
you're right, Bill. You're still right. You're still right.
Yeah. It works.
It works.
It's a weird algorithm.
It's science.
I can sell it.
Fauci said it.
Yeah, Fauci said it's fucking science.
Yeah.
And what it is, and he's right. When Dillashaw does his kicks, he always does his final spin. Sterling's going to capitalize on that and fucking jump on him like a spider monkey, to use a Talladega Nights reference. I do think Dillashaw gets submitted. Second round is a possibility. I think early third round, maybe. I think Dillashaw is going to respect his ground game enough to try to dance around for the first two rounds. But I think he does get submitted. I just think it happens in the third round. Absolutely could happen in the second. Joe is right. When he does this spin and shit, Sterling's going to time that. He is absolutely going to time that.
I think we're in for another Dillashaw cut, where Dillashaw gets cut bad.
Yeah.
I mean, in the last fight against Sanhagen, he was split wide open. That scar tissue is nowhere near healed yet. And Aljo loves to throw elbows. His striking is way underrated because he's got 2 knockouts. It's because he likes to submit people. And I'm not an Aljo fan. I'm not. But I think in the clinch,
his ground game is nasty.
I think he's got TJ cut. TJ gives his back, and I think he gets submitted.
Yeah. So money line Sterling all day. If you want to go for some extra points, take Sterling by submission. I think it'll happen third round. Joe might be right with the second round, but Sterling by submission I think is a really safe bet. But if you want to go super safe, like the long ass parlay I'm going to give you later, Sterling money line.
Nice. Okay, what you got? No.
Look, I mean, I just look as someone who has no idea what the fuck they're talking.
Clown picks over here.
Gotta be honest. TJ Dillashaw is my upset pick. The only one of the whole UFC. I like him. I think he's going to keep him on his back foot. He likes to fight. I think his only chance is to fight him. Right. I don't think he can handle the speed on the ground with Sterling. I just like him. He's scrappy. I think he's going to keep him on the back foot. I don't think he's going to let him take him to the ground. And the judges love him, like you said. So I think he's going to pull out a decision win.
Kind of like his driver today on the back foot.
My driver, highly
I hate it. I hate it because you know what that is? He read Sal D'Amato's diary. Like, listen, I know that guy probably.
But you know what?
Like,
He's not.
but fuck
he's
the
not
rest
that
of
far off
America.
from pick.
No, but listen, that's how Dillashaw wins. Exactly how you described it. He wins like Sugar Ray Leonard said. They asked him about Tommy Hearns, like, how the fuck did you win that fight? He said, I won the last 30 seconds of every round.
Every round.
Yeah. Judges remember what happens last.
It's I don't know, it's truth. And TJ Dillashaw,
Man, maybe there's some strategy to
maybe
that.
the
Huh?
guy that steals one. Hey, look, that would not surprise me. Because here's the difference: is Dillashaw's already looked at as a legend, and he's fighting for the belt. The kid that has the belt is like a rook, and Dillashaw has nothing to lose in this fight.
Yeah.
So he comes in, and if Aljo fucking chokes and realizes, hey, I'm fighting TJ Dillashaw, who went through this, that, and the third, because TJ Dillashaw beating Renan Barão, look it up. Bill. Bill, was Renan Barão not picked to destroy everybody? And TJ Dillashaw beat him as a kid and knocked him out. And in that moment, he became a legend, and he's still a legend. He always will be. So Aljamain Sterling better convincingly win. To be the man, you got to beat the man. And even though he's wearing the belt, he's still got to win by finish or convincingly.
And here's the thing: in my heart of hearts, I want Dillashaw to win because I think Dillashaw Yildirim is the more exciting fight to watch. 100%.
Nice.
But I think Sterling's gonna time that spinning shit and jump on his back and get a rear naked choke.
Backpack him.
All right. Well, there you have it, fight fans. Let's go to the main event. All right, here we go. All right, we got Oliveira at 30 with 33-8. That's a lot of fights. And then you got Makhachev at 22-1. And you know how the Big Earl always picks. Anybody named Chev doesn't lose. Okay, because they fight bears, right? Like straight bears, not the Chicago Bears. They suck, but like actual grizzly bears. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how it's legal, but it happens. But any Chev that makes it has killed a bear. All right, so I'm gonna go Chev first round, absolute destruction. All right, absolute fucking just destroy. Fights bears, Justin. Fights bears. Okay, so the champ.
Bill's face said it.
Here's the thing. God damn it, I hate this fight. I'm gonna give you three parlays later. I got this fight on one of them. Here's why. My brain tells me Makhachev's gonna win this fight. Because he's your typical Dagestani guy. My heart, how I'm gonna pick this fight for this show is Oliveira. And here's why. Again, Joe, sorry if I steal some thunder from this. Joe and I had bet against Oliveira, 3 times now, and he has burned us.
Yeah.
If Makhachev goes to the ground, everybody talks about the Dagestanis and their ground game. Not everybody's Khabib. So we need to stop talking about them like they're all Khabib. That's my first
Thank
point.
you.
2, if he goes to the ground with Oliveira, he is fucked. Oliveira is.
You better have him in trouble around Queer Street if he does.
Yeah, Oliveira is another one of those dudes that gets dinged, and you think he's in trouble, and he's almost like a.
Just put your sunglasses on.
Yeah, for all you longtime UFC fans, Oliveira is almost like Chris Lieben. He gets dinged, you think he's done, and he just goes into robot mode and just starts throwing hands, and he dings you. The third point. Sorry, Joe. There's an interview a long time ago. Joe and I both know about this. Justin Gaethje, who I think is one of the hardest sons of bitches who ever fight in the UFC, said, "Hey, the hardest I've ever been hit was by Oliveira. It's deceiving. He looks like he's throwing slow and not that hard, but when he hits you, it hurts." And for someone like Justin Gaethje to say that holds a lot of weight because Gaethje is just a brawler. So for him to say, "Hey, Oliveira tagged me," and it changed me that fight.
Yep.
Does a lot. And people saw that with Chandler. He got dinged a little bit, and he smoked Chandler and put him on clear street. So DraftKings sleeper, Joe. I know Joe's going to agree with this. DraftKings sleeper money line. I can't tell you how this fight's going to end. I'm not ballsy enough to pick it. I'm going Oliveira on this one, and he's the underdog. He's always been an underdog, and every time he's an underdog, he comes out and surprises the shit out of everybody. I mean, he took on Dustin Poirier and choked him right the fuck out, and nobody saw that coming.
And he was losing the fight.
Yeah.
He said, "Fuck this, I'm out of here."
Yeah.
And that was it. He got out.
I think the problem is everybody is on this Dagestani hype train because of Khabib. Not everybody. Khabib is a once in a generation fighter. Just because you come from Dagestan isn't one of those things. And you're starting to see that with a couple fighters that come out of like the Diaz camp. Oh, they fight with the Diaz camp. Well, not everybody's Nate Diaz. They have that Nate Diaz.
I never lost to Nate Diaz.
Yeah. You know, Nate Diaz has that thing inside him that you can't teach. Same thing with Khabib. Makhachev, once again, is a superior fighter, and he's been running through people. I think Oliveira is a very slept on fighter. I think he's an underdog, and I don't understand why he's always the underdog. I'm taking Oliveira money line. I will not tell you how to bet this further, whether it be submission or knockout. It could go either way with that one, and round, who knows. I'm taking Oliveira money line and DraftKings sleeper. I think he's slept on too many times. I even read one article on, I think it was ShareDog, that said, "Hey, this is going to be the beginning of the end for Oliveira." I think that is bullshit. Oliveira money line. Outcome, I don't know. I don't think it'll go to decision. I don't think this fight goes to a decision at all.
So maybe take some type of TKO submission.
Fight. Now, if you can do a double chance submission or TKO, absolutely take that. This fight will not go the distance. I'm positive of that one. I'm even willing, if you want to do a long fight, take the under on this one. I don't think this fight goes to the fourth round. I think this fight happens in three rounds or less for sure. So if you're unsure about the money line bet, take the under on this one. I think that's really safe. Oliveira underdog, take a money line. I think he slept on too much. I think this is a fight that really sets him apart and shuts a lot of doubters up. Oliveira.
All right. Joe, what say you? Camera.
Yeah, I have no I'm not buying or drinking the Kool-Aid of the rest of the MMA world and saying, well, Makhachev just needs his title shot and then he'll be the champ. Well, dude, you gotta go through Charles Do Bronx, the guy who knocked out Michael Chandler, the guy who destroyed Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje said, "I was hurt inside of the first 10 seconds like I've never been hurt before. The first time he hit me, I could not believe how hard I was hit."
That's a lot for
Justin Gaethje.
That's like when I slammed Joe on the ground.
I'm telling you,
there it is.
These two are going to square up, and Makhachev. Everyone says his hands are.
He didn't hear me.
Well, Charlie Olives, he's going to stand there and bang with you, and if you drop him, just like Gaethje did, just like Poirier did, he's going to fall to the ground and say, "Hey, come get some of this."
And sorry to cut you off, Joe.
Everyone that's saying he's going to get tapped out by Makhachev is out of their fucking mind. You're out of your fucking mind. All right.
Joe,
I believe this.
Sorry to cut you off real quick, Joe.
I believe Makhachev is going to get teed up on every level, at every level. And I honestly got Charles Oliveira winning by TKO in the third.
All right. Now you can cut it off. What do you got?
No, go ahead.
No. Here's my other thing too: is some fighters, it kind of mentally screws them over when they're coming in as a fight as an underdog. But someone like Oliveira, who's always been the underdog, that shit doesn't faze him at all. He actually has started to embrace it. Like, hey, I'm the underdog every title fight I come into, and every time He finishes the fight.
Yeah.
So I think that's another advantage. I think Makhachev, almost like O'Malley, he's starting to believe that bullshit Dagestani hype. And
well, they're fighting in the Muslim capital of the world, and everyone in that arena is rooting for Makhachev to win.
Absolutely.
And if they think that messes with Oliveira's game plan for 1 second, they're out of their fucking minds. He loves
pressure. Pressure on Makhachev, right? Like he's got to be feeling that pressure.
I mean, exactly.
Yeah, because he might get stoned if he loses.
This kid feels like he lets the world down if he loses. And Charlie Olives feels like, wait, I just heard Nick's comment in mid-sentence. Yeah, no, we may never see Makhachev again if he loses.
This is his last fight.
Yeah, his visa may just get canceled right there.
And they're gonna rape all 7 of his wives too. Like it's just what happens. Like it's just.
Sorry, kid, you were on top of the world. You lost, and here it is.
Here it is.
But no, I got Charlie Olives actually knocking this kid out and winning because Charles Oliveira's hands are super underrated. And I have him winning by 3rd round knockout.
Can Charles survive being one his back for the majority of the fight? Islam is going to take Charles down mentally, stopping the way Islam wrestles is draining. Can Charles stop the takedowns?
I think
he's going to welcome the takedowns.
He is, and he's going to reverse them.
Yeah,
nice. For sure. Okay. There you have it, Oscar. Man, hey, thanks for being on the chat thread, Oscar. You're obviously educated UFC person, so good question.
Oscar needs to come on more often. I like this.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get to the betting. Let's get to how I make money, because I really don't give a shit about anything you just said until now. All right, so, all right, Joe, we're gonna stick with you. All right, give us your DraftKings sleeper, your parlays, and your locks.
All right, my DraftKings sleeper is the champ, the lightweight champ. He's going to stay the champ, Charles Oliveira. My locks are going to be, oh, man.
There's a guy that's like minus 1,500.
Yeah, the guy that's
I'm going prelims. I'm going prelims.
I'm going to bet $1 6 cents.
I'm locking in Carla Rosa in the first fight. So the only female fight on the card, I'm locking in one of them. Going up the prelims, I'm locking in Nikita Krylov, and I'm locking in Barrejo or Carol Barrejo in the prelims. Okay. Other than that, last one, and I know a lot of fans are gonna hate to hear this, but last one is Peter Yan. I'm locking Peter Yan in, and
oh, nice.
So the prelims, or I'm sorry, the parlay, I'm gonna roll with Rosa, Mokaev, Petrosian. All the first 3 fights, I'm going chalk. Then Barrejo, Bilal Muhammad, and Sean Brady to go to the distance.
Oh, distance on that one. Okay.
Mateus Gamrot, even though Bill's picking the other way. Peter Yan. And that is it. That's where I'm calling it.
Hey, well, so what's up, Bill? What's up with that guy's name, Jan, his first name? Like, why is there an R there? Is P-E-T-R? Like, what is that?
They call him Piotr.
Yeah,
huh?
It's weird Russian pronunciation. Piotr.
Piotr. Okay. No, we don't like it. All right. So, but anyways, Bill, give us your DraftKings sleeper, your locks, and your parlays. Joe, man, you smoking some good shit tonight, homie.
He really was. Okay, so Joe and I are very, very similar. Okay, but
Not wrong with that, Joe.
no. So the parlays I'm going to read you, I'm going to give you my locks and Jeff can see, but then I'm going to read you 3 parlays that I have personally put on my bookie already.
So post them. Just post them. I'm not going to write them
I will post them right after this.
Yeah.
But I'll talk him a little bit. Then I'm again for the viewers. I'm not giving you bullshit. I'm giving you what I've bet. No shit off my bookie.
Same with the NFL picks coming up. Same.
So DraftKings sleepers, Oliveira and Dariush. Joe and I disagree on the Dariush Gamrat fight. Again, he very well may be right on the Gamrat fight, but if you're doing DraftKings, Dariush will get you points. So safe bet to go with Dariush. For the first fight of the night, Joe put Rose as a lock. That's not a bad lock, but my lock on that fight is that it goes the distance because they are both boring as shit and they're both decision queens. That's another one. If you missed that fight, doesn't matter. You didn't miss a goddamn thing. I promise you. So let me bring up my bookie. So first one I'm gonna give you is a six fight parlay. I'm actually throwing Oliveira on this one, going from top to bottom. Oliveira, Chukagian Furo to go the distance, take the over on that one. Barajo off the prelims, Petrosian, Makaev, he's a minus 1428 when I did the bet, so you're not making shit off that one. That's just the throw in to expand it. And then Landsberg versus Rosa, take the over on that one. $10 will get you $88. Pretty safe one to take.
Is there any way that 1,400 favorite loses?
No.
Like not at all. Like not like a surprise, like fucking Tiger Strike.
No.
Like
that one's gonna be a buzzsaw.
Okay.
No, that one's gonna be a buzzsaw.
Because I might put $1.
That one's not true. So here's the 5-fight one, another safe one. Again, Landsberg Rosa, they go take the over on that one. Makaev, however you say his name, again, he's the minus 1,400 one. Petrosian, Krylov, and Barajo again. $15 will get you $54 on my bookie. And here's the ballsy 9-fighter. Makaev, Petrosian, Sterling, Jan, Dariush, Sean Brady versus Bilal Muhammad. I took Brady on that one. I think he's going to be a bit of a bully for Bilal. Barajo, Krylov, Chukagian, Frio, take the over. $10 gets you 415 on my bookie. I will post all 3 of those parlays on Send at 7 here in the next 10 minutes after the show's over, and you'll be able to see how I bet on all 3 of those.
All right, and remember, bet the locks to pay for the parlays. All right, that's how you stay ahead in this game. All right, bet the locks to bet for your parlay, and then all of a sudden when they hit, and these guys they have their hot streaks. All right, those of you watching, they have their hot streaks where it's 3 or 4 fight cards in a row where they hit 4 parlays. Right, so like that happens. So just you got to weather the storm.
If you're unsure about the Krylov one, I'm actually if you want to get ballsy again and if you're having a great night, take Krylov on the under. I think Krylov wins that one early as well.
Yeah. I think it's a bad matchup for Ozdemir. I think he gets knocked out quick.
I think that one doesn't make it out of the first round, to be honest with you.
After he knocked out old man Gus, Krylov looks like Nikita Krylov's only 30 years old.
Yeah.
He's been in the UFC for like 11 years.
Yeah. And Krylov fights violently.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to come in swinging for the fences. I think he's going to connect. So if you want to get ballsy on that one, take Krylov on the under.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. There you have it, fight fans. We're going to take a quick 1 to 2 minute break. So go refill your drinks. And then we're going to get into the NFL picks.
What's up, sports fans? Are you looking for a job? Do you want to change in careers? Do you want to own your own business? I got the answer for you. This show is brought to you by FleetTex. FleetTex is partnering with veterans with mechanical or electronic experience. FleetTex specializes in on-site deployment of GPS tracking equipment and cameras for fleet vehicles across our nation. Check out what they do at www.fleettex.com. Apply today. Currently targeting veterans living in Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. Local work and travel opportunities may be available in other areas. FleetTex proudly supports our military, its service members, our veterans, and their families. Enjoy the show.
All right, what's up, mother? What? I can't say that because we got sponsors, but we're waiting on Joe and Bill to get back because we're going to run through the NFL season. Right now, the NFL is an absolute trash this year. Absolute. Okay.
Let's go.
The Big Earl has failed you this year so far. All right. Last year, I have won you a lot of money. All right. Last year, I was plus 15 on locks. Plus 15. Think about that. All right. But this year, I am minus 3. Right now, I am minus 3 on locks. Freaking terrible. But I hit the lock of the century yesterday or last week by 1 point. But that's all you need to hit. I told you all to bet the Bengals last week. You all better have done it because I did it and it won. All right. So here we're all back. And this time, hey, we're going to do something special here. Justin doesn't know this, right? But we're going to go over our NFL picks with our guest host here because he was real quiet during the fight show because, like the Big Earl, no idea what's going on in the fights. But I'm going to go. If he disagrees with me, we're going to go. We're going to go $20 a game on that. All right, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
No, I want to see.
All right, hey, look, let's start it off. We got Atlanta going to Cincinnati at 1:00. The Bengals are a 6.5 point favorite with a 47.5 over under.
Yeah, I got the Bengals as my lock. All right, again, the Bengals are going to lock this shit up. They are going to absolutely destroy the Falcons. What say you, Justin?
Yeah, no, I can't disagree with that one. Atlanta is absolute garbage. Marcus Mariota got his jersey upstairs. Love the guy. Awful NFL quarterback. Cincinnati's going to dominate.
All right, but
I would take an
real quick and easy, like a Band-Aid, right off.
Yeah,
you got Cleveland going into
Wait.
Baltimore.
Are you guys
Baltimore
taking that
is
money
6.5 point favorite.
No, that's the spread. That's a lock. The locks are always against the spread, Bill. So the locks are against the spread. I think the Bengals win by 2 scores minimum here.
Yeah.
All right, we got Cleveland going into Baltimore. Baltimore minus 6.5 with
I love
45.5 over under.
I love that you're going to this order because this is lock number 2 on the parlay. All right. Ravens, big time over the Browns at home. Big time. I'm talking this is almost close enough to the lock of the century. The Bengals lock of the century last week. But
are you sure? Because we got Detroit going into Dallas next.
Not yet.
I'm going to disagree with Nick on this one. I do think Baltimore wins, but I don't think that this one's a lock at all.
You don't think they cover 6.5?
It's a division rival.
So are you saying they cover 6.5?
I think they cover 6.5.
You're saying Browns cover 6.5.
Browns cover 6.5.
20 right there. Mark it.
Yeesh. All right, we got Detroit going into Dallas. Dallas is a minus 6.5 with a 48.5 over under.
I hate this game. Okay. However, I think 48.5 is generous. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored in this game. A lot of points. And not the way you look, because Dallas' defense is actually really good.
Dallas is great.
The issue here is the turnovers. Right? I think there's going to be some turnover touchdowns. There's going to be some field position swaps. That's going to make. I think it's going to be like a 35 to 20 game. And whoever gets the turnovers is going to make that 35-20. So what I'm betting on here is I'm just going to take Cowboys money line. I'm not taking the spread on that one.
Yeah. Green Bay going to Washington.
We got to wait for Justin.
I mean, here's what I'll say is I don't disagree. I think Dallas money line is the way to go. However, on the points, I think there's going to be a lot more Dallas turnovers than you think, right? I think they're going to rush Dak in. I've had the wrist surgery Dak had with that broken wrist, and it was my non-dominant hand, so no. But right, and that takes a while to recover.
It's a risk, Joe.
I think Dak was feeling the pressure. Cooper Rush performing well, so he's trying to come back.
And I think Dallas is going to overreact to that last loss. I think Dallas is going to win. Cover the spread is not enough for me to bet against you, but I don't know.
We didn't take the spread. I didn't take the spread. I just said
okay. Yeah, but the over under, I don't know if that 48 is a lock. Detroit is the highest scoring offense in the league, so you never know.
It's a risk.
I said Detroit's got Detroit. It's unreal. Like I said, they're this year's Cowboys. They're just going to keep covering and keep losing. Yeah. All right. So
and we got Green Bay going into Washington. Washington plus 4.5.
Here's where I have to do a special shout out.
Before we go into this, Nick, what in the fuck happened to Green Bay last week?
Oh, well, I'll tell you what happened. Like I posted on social media. I was like, you can always tell the formula for the Packers losing, no matter when Aaron Rodgers is in his prime or not, whether he had Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson, whatever fucking receiver. When he starts throwing into double coverage, all right, that's when we know that he needs to go see a shaman out in Northern California. All right, because like he's starting to do dumb stuff, and it's like it is what it is. But no, the Packers. I said this to a friend the other day. I go, hey, you know what? We're just gonna have to say we're not good, right? And it's the first time in 30 years that I would have to say, like, you know what? We're just not good. But we're not the Detroit Lions, right? We're not the Bears. We're still probably going to make the playoffs. There's still a good shot at that.
The problem is the Lions. It's a rarity to be like,
we're still probably listen. We're not good. We're still probably going to win the division. We're just not good.
Again, because when you're an actual football fan,
the irony, it hurts.
And then a Packer fan. All right. So first of all, I'm a football fan, and then a Packer fan. And it's if the Packers don't win the Super Bowl, I don't care. Nothing else matters. When you have that kind of talent, no, stop. Done. They have 7 first-round draft picks on that defense. 7. All right. So that's their problem right now, not the offense. 7 first. They got to figure something out. But
Indy has to go play Tennessee.
Hold on, we haven't even done the Packer game yet. But I have to give a shout out, like I before, is we are going to that game. All right, it's in Washington. That's where we are right now. All right, DC. Okay. Old Coach Rivera, Ron Rivera, the Marine, has done an awesome thing and given 1 active duty, 1 veteran tickets to that game. Ron Rivera gave us tickets. So that's freaking awesome. And it's through JC Glick, who's been on this show a few times. And JC Glick does leadership coaching for the Commanders. And they got us tickets. We'll be there. So check it out. Therefore, I do have to pick Washington. Okay. Because it's not a Packer connection. It's a Washington connection. And I get a free scapegoat bet on that one. I'm not betting on this game at all.
Fuck no.
Okay, what about Indy going into Tennessee? Tennessee is a -2.5 with a 41.5 over under.
Yeah, 41.5 over under. That's sketchy. That seems like one of those ones that's right on. That's right on. The score is going to be 21-20. Right, it's going to be right there. I don't like this game at all. I'm going to take the Titans money line. I mean, sure, take the 2.5 point spread, but it's going to be an ugly game. I just don't know.
All right, it's going to be a sloppy game, but Tennessee's going to win that. I mean, they're going to run it. Indy has a good defense. If you're gonna go one way there, go with the over because Tennessee's defense hasn't been good enough to stop even a pathetic Indy defense or Indy offense. But I think your best bet there has got to be the over in that game.
So I have to address a comment here by old Mickey Severinsen, the MP, where he said that if Aaron Rodgers leaves, the Packers are a 500 team at best. Guess what, Mickey?
They're 500.
They're 500.
They're 500.
That's what happens to any team, and they're 500. All right, we got the New York Giants going into Jacksonville. Jacksonville is a -3 favorite with a 43 over under.
This was one of the easiest upset picks of the week. Like, it's time to start taking the Giants seriously. It is. Like,
I
not
don't
because
disagree
not
with them
because
being an underdog on this one. Like that, I have to disagree with that one.
like yeah, exactly. Like they're just no. Like no, you have to start respecting them, right? Their defense is solid, like really solid, and they as long as Saquon stays healthy, they have an actual RPO with a quarterback that had the fastest time speed on the field in the last 20 years. He was running, what was it, running like 22 miles an hour? Like, okay, okay.
The Giants are good.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. I hate anything New York. I'm from the middle of the country, Midwest, like most of us, right? Hate anything East Coast, West Coast, right? Because like the rest of the country doesn't exist. I hate acknowledging New York teams. The Giants are legit. Like we gotta stop saying like they're the worst 4-1-5, whatever team, right? They're a good team.
I 100% agree.
Solid coach, and their quarterback is feet under, and Saquon is healthy.
So yeah, Giants is my first upset pick. That's number one.
All right, we got Tampa Bay going into Carolina. Carolina is our +13 home dogs with a 39.5 over.
Just take Tampa next. Take Tampa next.
We had this discussion, and this might be a $20 bet, but I don't 100. I don't think that Tampa covers 13. Here's why. Here's why first is we'll do 20. Yeah. Okay. So that's 40. All right. So the they have no line. Tampa has no offensive line. None. And like I've always said, is that Tom Brady is not a top fucking 100 quarterback skill wise. So when you pressure him, like he sucks. Okay. There are quarterbacks that actually have a higher QBR against the blitz. Okay. Tom Brady is not one of them. Okay. That's it. You blitz them, you usually do pretty well. Okay. But the problem is that he's always been on teams that you blitz me. I got 3 all pros around me to throw the ball to. So yeah.
The other problem is you blitz him, Leonard Fournette's going to start running right through.
I'm just
that's what's going to happen.
Before the cap,
Carolina is starting PJ Walker.
Quarterback.
Somebody tell me where PJ Walker played quarterback at college.
Tulsa.
Nobody fucking knows.
Yeah, Tulsa.
The Green Wave. Tulane.
Look, I think it was Georgia, but somebody on chat correct me, but I think it was Georgia. But yeah, it's crazy.
Georgia,
like when Carolina lost, like this is Carolina saying, "Hey, the Baker Mayfield experiment is a failure," right? Just like Cleveland did.
Yeah.
And hey, see ya, Christian McCaffrey. Now, who do they have? They don't have a number 1 wide receiver. They don't have a number 1 quarterback. They don't have a number 1 running back. Like they don't have anything.
I think it's a disaster too. But my only point is that careful with the spread here because they can't protect Tom Brady right now. The offensive line is
take an alt spread of 14.5. That's my recommendation. Take all the plus points.
I got you.
All right. We got Houston going into Vegas. Vegas is a -7 favorite at home, and the first 4 or 5 games with a 45.5 over under.
Yeah, here we go with this game. I'm taking Raiders money line here. If I put them in a parlay, I'm not betting on this game whatsoever. But Devontae Adams is on assault charges. Like it says, I mean, who knows? So yeah, Raiders money line.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm trying to load the next game. Son of a biscuit eating bulldog.
Yeah, maybe Seahawks and Chargers.
Yeah, I got Denver and the Jets, but it's not loading the spread.
All right, spread's -1 right now.
Yeah, I got -1 to over 38.5 on my booking.
38.5. This is where I like the under here. Okay, I know we could do 20 on it, but the under here is the bet, right? These teams cannot score. They cannot, right? So, and they both have awesome defenses. Like this could be an old school 1950s 9-6 win. Like it's going to be something dumb like that. Unless, of course, you have the punt blocks for touchdowns or the pick sixes or whatever that could throw it all off. But I'm going to go the under here as a lock. Okay, the under on this is a lock, and I'm also going with the Jets as an upset.
All right, here we go, Bill. $50 on the over. My hand is extended because that's how kind the over is my lock of the week. So we have two locks.
Two locks.
Oh yeah, the over is my lock. $50. Look,
Okay, Bill, witness.
the Jets are starting to look good, right? The quarterback is finally healthy, starting to look
They really
good.
are.
Denver, after last week, Russell Wilson is finally looking comfortable in that. Oh, he looked so much better last game. The entire system looked so much better. Jerry Judy's healthy. They finally sat Albert O, their big tight end.
He's a Denver fan.
Denver's looking significantly
Better. I think the
This
over
is when
should
emotions
there.
get
If I put money in the game, I'd go Denver. I think Denver at -1 is a smart bet there.
So that's over 20 actually.
So we're doing 20 or 50.
Oh, we're doing 50 in the over, 20 on the game.
This is 50 on both of that.
Oh, we're going.
All right,
Parlay.
witness.
Parlay.
All right, we got KC rolling
I
into
saw the
San
handshake.
Francisco at 425. San Francisco is +1 at home with a 49 over under.
Yeah, this is an interesting and fun game. Probably gonna. I hope it's the game of the week based off of the trade. But even if they didn't have the trade, the 49ers are going to present some difficulties for the Chiefs. But again, when you have a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, you're probably going to win. All right. I mean, probably that's all the stats say. Fauci said it.
That's why you pay.
So, but I got the Chiefs here to cover that, not as a lock, but just to cover one, because why not? Why would you not take the points? And then I like the under here. I do. I like the under because the Chiefs defense isn't bad and the 49ers defense is really good. So do you see an offensive explosion?
No.
Maybe.
I think it's
Yeah.
a good call. I think keep an eye on this. I think if San Fran gets to +1 or +0.5, like start piling money in Kansas City, I think it's going to happen as no reaction to the Christian McCaffrey trade. And I agree. I think Kansas City's defense is underrated, and San Fran hasn't had the time to really bring McCaffrey into how they're going to use him in the offense fully yet.
It's going to be like Bo Jackson, hand him the ball.
Yeah,
I just think there's going to be a better reaction to putting money in San Francisco. So go with KC.
No, but make no mistake. Make no mistake. The 49ers right now are Super Bowl favorites.
It's a good team.
Put money on that right now before that odds go up. Because like when you got Debo Samuel and McCaffrey, and you can manage their time.
Once they have time to figure it out.
That's a nasty combo.
That's nasty.
That's a real nasty combo.
And then porn star Jimmy. People forget porn star Jimmy's like 35-10 as a starter. So like
great solid.
Okay.
All right, we got Seattle going into LA against the Chargers. Chargers are -5 favorite at home with a 50.5 over under.
All right, here's another lock. All right, this is Chargers. Lock it. All right, not lock of the century, but it's a lock of the last 30 years. All right, so I love this game. I got $100 solo on this game, so like I love this game. Yeah,
agreed. Like this is stupid. How are the Chargers only -5? I don't get it.
Because they're all healthy.
Yeah,
they're all healthy. So like
I'm gonna roll Seattle.
Should easily be
they're gonna roll
LA. Should easily be.
All right. Hey, we got Pittsburgh going into Miami. Miami is a 7.5 point home favorite, 45.5 over under.
Yeah, if I put this in a parlay, I put the Dolphins in it, money line. This is all contingent on Tua playing, right? They're saying Tua's playing. Don't know if that's happening for sure.
How many plays does he last?
Right. Well, I mean, yeah. You want to run as a quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah.
Nah.
How much fun is this? We got the Bears going into New England for Monday Night Football. The Patriots are
no one gives a
7.5
shit about
point
this game.
favorites with a
Here's this
40
game.
over under.
Nobody even cares. Is this game even happening?
Yeah,
Cancel.
didn't know
Cancel.
it's happening.
NFL.
And we all
Unless
have
the
to watch it.
Wait, it's a Manning cast game, so therefore I will.
The NFL and Prime Video has to be so pissed on the prime time games that have happened in the first 5 to 6 weeks. Like, not
So
no,
true.
like they've been so bad.
I was
They've
like,
been
are
so
you even
bad.
watching Thursday night, Monday night football anymore? Or is it
I did
just
watch
like-
Thursday Night Football here because I bet $75 on my first lock of the week, which was Arizona. Like that was a fact. Oh, that was a
Betting
big
is
bet.
the only reason that's kept me watching Thursday night.
Yeah,
football.
exactly. But no, you got to take the Pats here. Actually, look at the under on this at 40.
Yeah.
Okay, like the only problem I see this is like the Patriots score 35 points.
Yeah,
That's the only problem I see.
well, did you see the comparison this week? Where I forget who it was. I think it was Belichick called Zappy a young Tom Brady, right?
Oh, yeah.
Talking about how he was studying and for him his preparation for games, right? It was really interesting. So if Chicago can't score, especially against this New England defense, which is phenomenal. England's going to roll. -9 is kind of high. I don't know if I'd put money on it, but if you're feeling
They're -9 now.
It's -9.
Wow, it's 7.5 when I did
Yeah,
my notes.
started at 6, moved to 7.5. It's -9 now. You could do it. I definitely would not put.
Well,
money on it.
I put in your parlay, put New England money line as your last bet of your parlay.
Absolutely.
That way you
Absolutely.
can hedge it with Chicago. And then, let's say you hit six games, and then in your wild parlay, put New England here money line.
And the under.
then,
I
yeah.
agree with you in the under.
Yeah. And then not in that crazy parlay. Put the under in a different parlay. In the crazy parlay, just put New England money line. That way you can bet Chicago money line for $50 and then make up your parlay if it's all hitting. It's called hedging, Joe.
I got you.
No, I get Joe's issue, by the way, because I'm like looking at the computer and not at the camera.
Right.
So
Here we go. Here's the Big Earl's locks. I got the Ravens -6.5. That's a $20 bet with you. All right. I got the Bengals -6.5. Lock that. Right. I got the Chargers -5. Lock that. Fact. All right. And then I got the Jets Denver under 40. Right. Like that's another lock. But I wouldn't put that in my lock parlay, but I really like that one. My upset picks are the Giants, obviously, because that's an easy upset. And then who's the other one I picked? The Jets. All right, that's just because of my upset pick. Take the Jets, put a $5 on the Jets and Giants money line, and should pay you $15. Right? Should work out pretty well for you. But yeah, I think the Jets rolled it. But okay, that's it.
Hey, Jay, just for the viewers, real quick, I'll give you a quick bet off of your picks I did on my bookie right now. 6 parlay. I did Bengals 6.5, Ravens money line. I did Giants money line, Buccaneers money line, Cowboys money line, and Chargers -5. $5 gets you 85.
There you go. I like that. I like that.
I'm gonna make that right now.
Nice. See, you can make money with the Big Earl, but I mean, I'm telling you, dude, like the NFL just been sucky. All right. Hey, big shout out to Ron Rivera. Thanks for the tickets to the game on Sunday. I know he's not watching, but but JC probably is. JC, thanks for that hookup. Bill, give us a shout out to the Gold Star Teen Adventures.
Hey, again, those of you who watch the show all the time, for any of the new ones, I always talk about Gold Star Teen Adventures. Please go to the website, goldstarteenadventures.org. It's a phenomenal organization. They've won many awards for how much money goes straight to these kids and not to any overhead bull crap. All your money goes straight to taking Gold Star kids. For those you don't know, it's the kids of our fallen brothers and sisters. They take them on hunting trips, scuba trips, different camps throughout the woods. They help them get into colleges. And basically it's to get all these kids together to realize there's other kids just like them. And again, we always see the RIP Dil Valhalla, but everyone forgets about the families left behind. This is another organization that lets these kids know that they are not forgotten. Gold Star Teen Adventures. Please go there, donate it. Almost all of the money goes straight to these kids. Gold Star Teen Adventures.
Pretty much all of it.
Yes.
Like all of it. So that's awesome. And who's the colonel that runs that?
That's Colonel Kent Solheim. He's a brigade commander right now. He's a former 3rd Group team leader and company commander who actually lost part of his leg in combat and said, hey, what would have happened if I would have died? What would have happened to my kids? And that's why he started this. It started out as just Gold Star kids from soft, but he's expanded to big Army as well as first responders.
Nice. Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, Gold Star Teen Adventures, go check it out. And then remember, if you're looking for a job, seriously, just go make money. Like, I'm retired. I didn't have to get another job. All right, I got another job. Like, just go make money. All right, just go work. FleetTex.com. All right, they want to hire veterans. Go to our website, veterantrashtalk.com, and FleetTex logo's on there. Click on it. All right, go get hired and then act like a veteran. All right, like a good veteran, like a veteran trash talk. That's all we're asking. All right. Other than that, it was a pleasure seeing you. And then Saturday, tomorrow, we have a great show coming up. We have AK, a Marine Major. She is riding a bike. She already did it all the way up to DC from Florida. All right, raising awareness. And then we're going to have her on the show. And then we have Thomas Wolfden, who wrote the book, The Coconut Republic. All right, we have him on as a guest, and we're going to talk about that. Guess what? Buddy will be there, and he's funny as shit. So, all right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
What's up, sports fans? Are you looking for a job? Do you want to change in careers? Do you want to own your own business? I got the answer for you. This show is brought to you by FleetTex. FleetTex is partnering with veterans with mechanical or electronic experience. FleetTex specializes in on-site deployment of GPS tracking equipment and cameras for fleet vehicles across our nation. Check out what they do at www.fleettex.com. Apply today. Currently targeting veterans living in Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. Local work and travel opportunities may be available in other areas. FleetTex proudly supports our military, its service members, our veterans, and their families. Enjoy the show.